I recently did a survey of my email list asking 3 simple questions. Do you own a custom dress form? What kind do you have? And what do you struggle with most when using your form? For those that didn't have a dress form and had no desire for one, I asked why and received a flood of responses that revealed a lot of misconceptions about the value of using a custom dress form as a fitting tool. If you're interested in what I learned from the survey and want some clarifying information about dress forms in general, keep watching. I'm going to clear up some of those misconceptions, and for those of you lucky enough to own a custom dress form that is a replica of your body, I've got a special announcement for you. I'm Alexandra Morgan from In-House Patterns Inc., and I teach experienced sewers and aspiring pattern makers how to confidently create garments that fit. If you're struggling with fitting your sewing patterns or want to learn how to create your own pattern designs, hop over to inhousepatternstudio.com for helpful and inspiring tutorials and skill building courses that will elevate your sewing. Let's start with those that own a dress form. These were the 5 main dress form types used by those that responded to the survey: Beatrice forms, Ditto forms, Mimiquins, Bootstrap, and Adjustoform. There were actually 12 other dress form companies mentioned, but these were the most commonly cited. In truth, I should have been much more clear with my question because owning a custom dress form is not the same as owning a standard dress form. It's not even the same as owning a standard dress form padded to your measurements. Let me explain. My definition of a custom dress form is one that is created from a 3D digital body scan. I make this distinction because a body scan is a true representation of your body proportion, shape, and posture. Beatrice Forms, Ditto Forms, and Mimiquins are 3 companies that use body scanning to develop custom dress forms. So what about Bootstrap, Adjustoform, or the other 12 mentioned in the survey that don't offer a 3D scanning service? If you own any one of these standard size or DIY options and it truly replicates your body in every way, you can consider this a custom dress form too. If it doesn't, it's very likely your dress form is acting as a display prop and just taking up valuable space in your sewing room. Here's the proof from the survey. This is the pie chart that represents all the responses from the survey, which clearly indicates my question was too general. But what I can gather from this is that most of the respondents who have a dress form developed from any other method than the 3D scan struggle to make effective use of it because these other options do not match their body proportion, shape, and posture closely enough to trust that the fit on the form will work for their body. I can attest to this. I actually have a Diana dress form that I padded out to match my body measurements many years ago before I was married. At the time, it was a pretty big purchase for me, around $300. But like many of you, I found this form to be of limited use because the neckline, back, and shoulders did not reflect my true body shape. By the way, my husband named her girlfriend number 2, and she now resides in the corner of our laundry room. For the record, I was girlfriend number 1 at the time. I'm willing to bet you have 3 objections to even considering a custom dress form as I define it. I hear you saying this: it's too expensive, my weight fluctuates too much, and I don't have space in my sewing room. Let's talk about it. First, I agree, a custom dress form developed from a body scan is an investment, but I want you to consider the difference between costly and expensive. Costly refers to something that requires a significant investment, but it's worth the price because it delivers substantial value and long-term benefits. A custom dress form is costly, no doubt. However, it can save time, reduce frustration, improve accuracy, and enhance your sewing results, making it a good investment. Expensive refers to something that also requires an investment, but does not justify the cost due to the lack of value, poor quality, or inefficiency. A standard dress form that requires extensive time and materials to create and still fails to replicate your body shape accurately is expensive because it does not truly solve the problems that you intended it to solve. The cost of a custom dress form is significant but valuable for serious sewers who want to master fitting. Weight fluctuations are a daily, even hourly occurrence, so I understand that you'd be concerned about this. Quite honestly, if your weight fluctuates more than 10 pounds in any given time period, the value of a custom dress form really does diminish. However, a fluctuation in weight of about up to 10 pounds is normal for everyone, and you can accommodate for this in your fitting process. I asked Allison at Beatrice Forms about this, and here's what she said. The point of a body scan dress form is to model a person's one-of-a-kind body architecture, their fundamental posture, proportions, body alignment, asymmetries, shoulder angles, and everything else that affects how a garment hangs along the body. The uniqueness and interplay of these features are the ones that primarily challenge us when trying to achieve a great fit. These characteristics don't change much, even with moderate weight gain or loss. I have to agree with this. In my experience, weight gains and losses within about 10 pounds generally don't affect your proportion and posture. They affect girth, which are the easiest modifications to make to a pattern and a garment. When you adopt a strategic fitting process like the Fitting Essentials framework that I teach, moderate weight fluctuations will not interfere with your use of your custom dress form. If you're curious about that framework, I'll leave a link for you on this page. For those of you who own a Beatrice custom dress form that no longer represents your figure, don't hesitate to contact Allison. She has a special offer for you. Let's address the lack of sewing space. I can identify with this one for sure. For many years, I didn't have a dedicated sewing space, and even now in my 11 by 10 foot room, I move furniture around a lot. But let me ask you this. If you invited your most trusted fitting buddy over to help you with fitting, wouldn't you make room for her? Would you let her stay over if you wanted to take advantage of her expertise on the daily? What I'm saying is that if you sew for yourself a lot, want to fit your body precisely, and are willing to learn how to use your custom dress form effectively, I know you'd find a solution to this space issue without hesitation. We always make room for the things that we value most. Okay, so let's say I've convinced you that a custom dress form is a valuable tool and a wise investment. Based on the responses from those who have already made this leap, I've got 3 pieces of advice. The first one is this: establish the fitting grid on your form. These are the key horizontal and vertical balance lines that will help you fit strategically. Number 2, develop a greater understanding of garment ease and the role it plays on fit and silhouette. This will keep you from overfitting your garments when you're using your dress form. Expect that there will be a period of adjustment as you get comfortable using your form. You will need to invest some time and effort into learning how to use your form as a valuable fitting tool. Here's the good news and the special announcements for those of you who already own a custom dress form and want to strike the first item I mentioned off your list. I'd like to invite you to join the Art of Balance, how to establish the fitting grid on your dress form. If you want to transform your dress form into a powerful fitting tool, this is exactly where you need to start. In this class, I'll demonstrate exactly how to define the fitting grid on your custom dress form so that you can quickly evaluate fit, determine pattern adjustments, ensure garments hang correctly, and work independently without second-guessing every tweak. Once you've completed this process, your dress form will become your most valued fitting assistant and most transformative fitting tool. I'll leave a link to the course information page so that you can get all the details. Be sure that you read the FAQs to get an answer to the most common questions, or send me an email if you have your own. I look forward to hearing from you. As for the other 2 items on the list, I've got you covered, so make sure that you are on my email list or subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't miss a thing. If you need more general information about the fitting grid, download the Perfect Fit Guide. It's the perfect starting point to help you understand the Fitting Essentials fitting process, and I'll leave a link for you somewhere on this page. Okay, so we've got 3 things for you to take action on. Number 1, if you own a custom dress form and want to use it more effectively, check out the Art of Balance online course. Number 2, if you want to learn more about the fitting grid, download the Perfect Fit Guide. And number 3, please comment below with your thoughts on the value of a custom dress form as I defined it in this video. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. I'll chat with you soon. Bye for now.